And good morning, people. Welcome back to Star Ocean till the end of time. I have leveled up just a little bit. Yeah. Fate and Nell are now level 65, and everyone else is level 60. So you could say I've leveled up a little while. Bit. They have learnt new tricks. First things first, yeah, everyone's pretty much got HP and MP max now, so I'm working on attack and defense. So let's get that all sorted, so I don't need to do that again. Okay, so what's their new tricks? Well, to be honest, I can't actually remember them. It's been a couple of days since I actually did the upgrades, the grinding. So, yeah, there's the first one. Cliff has learnt Acrobat Locus. Punches the enemy up in the air, does a combo, and then punches them down and lands on them. This is the one I thought Aerial Assault was, but it's Acrobat Locus. I'll get to show you that in a little bit, I think. Other than that, nothing else for him. Maria has learnt Gravity Bullet. This is one of my favourite moves for her, actually. It's slow flying, only and goes directly in front of her, but it's persistent. It stays on the field. It doesn't disappear once it hits the enemy, and it can hit the enemy up to something like 15 times if the enemy stays in the same place, and because Gravity Bullet is always hitting it, it's very likely. Mirror Slice we've seen. Pepita has learnt Fairy Friend. Some of the little, well, I say little, it's about double the size of Pepita, but it comes out the ground, she does a dance, and the fairy mimics her moves, and it does a very big AoE attack, which does very good HP and MP damage. Because the attack is directly on top of her as well, she's not as much in a vulnerable position as any of the dance attacks would be as well. So Fairy Friend's actually quite useful. Kaboom into Fairy Friend is a quite dirty attack, actually. Attack combo. Sophia has learnt Laser Beams. Laser Beams is a symbology. She has learnt Explosion. That is a symbology. And she has learnt Lightning Strike, which is a symbology. Laser Beams target location above the enemy. The enemy will move, so you have to be aware of that. But it will rain laser beams down on a very large area. Explosion has a very large area as well. Will drop a ball of fire on the target location. Again, the enemy will move, so it will not be that exact. It will drop on where the enemy was. But its radius is so large, I think it covers pretty much the entire screen. Enemies closest to the explosion take more damage than ones on the outer rim, though, I do believe. Lightning Strike, single target, it hits the enemy and holds them in place for a bit. I haven't used Lightning Strike too much, but I suppose I better show them all. Problem is I'm not actually going to have any enemies to show them for a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate. Fate has also learnt Explosion, so that's quite nice. It's heavy on his MP expenditure because he doesn't have as much as some of the others, like Maria, Nell, or Sophia, but he's got enough that he can sustain it, as long as you don't do it too often. Maria's learnt Angel Feather. Nell's not learnt any symbology for quite a while. I believe the only other one she gets is Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike. I don't believe she learns any other symbology. From to start out with, she does pretty decent damage with Firebolt, Ice Needles, Lightning Blast. But after that, you really should work her as a damage dealer through her skills, because they are much superior to her magic. Sophia has learnt also Gravitation, we already knew, but also learnt Angel Feather. So she has the buffing ability that Maria learnt as well. So things are coming along quite nicely there. Okay. So let's actually go into the Eternal Sphere, shall we? Because, well, that's actually what we're meant to be doing, and we haven't done it for a while. So, into the centre. And we get some entries, because it's a momentous occasion actually doing the story. So, let's have a look and see who these are.
Oh dear, the camera! The camera!
Why didn't you tell me it was on? Gee!
I did tell you.
Okay, here's the report. Oh, it's all right. Ahem. Hey there, how's new product development going? Keep at it. You don't want to be outdone by the other inventors.
Yeah, she's a bit weird, isn't she? Anyways, we've learnt an item, Secret Teachings. Rating of 1, it doesn't do anything.
A new product has gone out.
Had a few things going to the shop, the water resistance, wind resistance, and everything else.
Your arrival has
And
been
our inventors. And Sala. Eminent alchemist known throughout the lands. The word sage fits in well. This is the person who is the best alchemist in the game. But we need a very specific and very hard to make item to get him. So that's going to be interesting. I believe it's Pepita, Sophia and Eliza to actually make it. And Pepita, Sophia and Misty Lear to make it. So, and 2 of those are terrible at alchemy. Yeah. Puffy, compounder at talent level 57. I do not know where she is. In my little test to know what I was actually doing for this part, I could not find her. And that's bugging me, because I know I've got her before. Because she's one of the better compounders out there. And she makes some very nice items. And Aqua and Evia. Talent level 49 crafting. Pretty decent. Also, Puffy is a, as it says there, secret rival who's been waging a bit of fight against SO players since SO1. So, yeah, she's been in every Star Ocean up till now. I believe she's in 4, but I can't remember if she is or not. Not off the top of my head anyway. So, yeah. Anyways, they're the inventors. Let's actually go into the Eternal Sphere. You can send the same character data that you use at home or to another time or galaxy within the system. So we can actually travel through time here, which makes sense because we had the time gate, and the fourth dimension technically is time. So let's enter the Eternal Sphere. Access to any time period of the Milky Way is completely prohibited. And if we were playing in the Milky Way, I suggest you move to another galaxy. So it's not the entire Eternal Sphere that they're thinking is corrupted, just the Milky Way. But that's where we're wanting to go. Open for us the door between space and time, and whatever words is said before.
What do we do now?
I think we can change the settings with that device there.
It's no good. It's asking for an ID disc. Looks like you can't access from here unless you register first.
Seriously?
And after coming all this way,
Hey, do you think maybe we could use Vlad's disc?
maybe it's worth a shot. Maria?
Okay, this looks good. No,
What's wrong?
It authorized us, didn't it? What's wrong?
it's like Vlad said. The Milky Way is locked. You can't get in.
What should we do?
Excuse me, can I try?
Sure, I don't mind. Hey, how did that happen?
What's going on?
I can't believe it. I've got system administrator privileges.
Huh? What?
Sophia must have done something to it when she touched it. But how?
All I did was touch it. I thought maybe I could do something like I did with the time gate. I wished as hard as I could that I could go to the Milky Way. I'm sorry.
You used the power of connection. You connected us to the Milky Way. I can't believe it actually works in this dimension too.
At any rate, we're in. I'll grant myself access privileges to the Milky Way. Then I'll leave a Trojan that will allow me to access it whenever I want.
So now we know why Sophia came along. She's pretty much connected us back home. So yay for that. What are you up to, Maria? Take a little longer to input the personal data. So we'll have to wait a little longer. In other words, we need to talk to everyone. So let's start with Cliff. Second fastest typist in the universe. Yeah, who is the best then? And really, Cliff, that's a bit obvious. You're not really the type to type things. Smash them? Yes. But type them? Probably not. Being converted automatically into the language of this world. It probably is. I have a suspicion that the words of this world are just our words backwards in a funny font. Because when we look from behind the screen, we could see the word administrator pretty clearly. But if we were looking from this angle, which the camera shot probably should have been, we wouldn't have seen that word. Problem is, I haven't got anything to actually base that off of yet, so I'm going to have a look and see if I can find something. No? It will, yes. Why do you hope it's not true? Especially if you've got that idea that the gods did create the world. Oh, as a simple plaything. Yeah, that could get on someone's ire, couldn't it? Okay, Peter, you're pretty happy to have them as long as they're good. And if they're not, then we shouldn't have them. That makes actually sense. We should revolt, which we actually are doing, because they're trying to destroy the Milky Way with their enforcers. And she doesn't like the people that are in charge at the moment. You connected us to the Milky Way, that's all that's necessary. That's been a great help. We wouldn't have been able to get back without it. Yeah, Maria's... You have the power to connect us, but Maria's the one with the power to actually change us between dimensions. It's her power that allows us to even exist in the 4D space. Fate here, though, his power hasn't been too impressive at the moment, has it? It's been mostly for combat. But we should be able to go now.
Okay, done. Where would you like to try to go?
Anywhere's fine with me.
I wonder what Claire and the others are doing. Can we try going to my planet?
We could, but I'm going to be heading there soon anyway. We could go to Moonbase, but there's absolutely nothing there. It doesn't change from now until the end of the game, so there's no point going back. No new items get made, no no new people turn up. It's just Moonbase as it was. And we could go back to Styx, but again, there's nothing there. So why bother? Where I'm going to go is Vanguard 3. Because I've got things
So you
to
want
do
to
there.
check out Vanguard 3? Okay, let's go.
Been a long time since I came to this planet, hasn't it?
It's Vanguard, in the Pasoto Forest.
Unbelievable that we made it this far and we didn't even have to use the time gate.
Amazing.
I guess we have no choice but to believe what Vlad was telling us.
So we're really just programs? Somebody made us?
That's what it looks like, yes. I don't know what else to think.
If that's true, then the death of my father, and Amina and Dion, that was all part of some program?
Right. But even if we are programs, we're still alive. We have to be. If we see something as reality, then isn't that reality for us? Isn't that true?
Yeah, it's not like our lives are programmed. There's more to us than that. You know what they say, I think, therefore I am.
You just have to believe what you feel in your heart. Let's choose to believe, Fate, okay?
Yeah, all right. Besides, if we give up now, we'll let down my father and the crew of the Aqua Ellie.
Right.
That's right. We're not done yet. We still gotta lay the smackdown on that creator for what he's done to us.
It's going to be dangerous.
Yes, I know. But if this isn't worth risking our lives for, what is?
Yeah, you're right.
But can we really beat the Creator? A 4D being?
Of course we can. We defeated the security team, so we know we can hurt them.
You're right. We'll just have to do our best.
Yeah.
So, looks like the team's made up their minds and we are going to go fight this creator person. And a little fact there that you might be interested in. It seems that Nell, Pepita and Cliff, their conversation bits right at this moment are random, because I've seen that screen 3 times now, and where Cliff said I think therefore I am, I've had both Nell and Pepita say things, so it must be some sort of random chance to get whoever's there speaking. It might be due to who's placed where on this on the table here, but who knows. But yeah, enemies here haven't changed. That's still the level 1 slime. Could go and see the kids, but no, not right now. If you play the game, you'll be able to go speak to them yourself. So they're happy to see us, but nothing really happens out of it. Where I want to be is the ruins of Kothia, right here. Because we've got items to pick up. And yeah, they're still the same. Where we want to go is through here. So let's do that. And yeah, we're using the Ring of Disintegration. First time for a while. Enemies there are the same mushrooms as before. Let's get through them. I also need to 100% this area, so there's a few things to do. But our first chest, 35,000 fold. Yeah. For someone who has now 2,300,000, 35,000 is sort of a drop in the pond. But our next chest is actually through there. And no,
What a game.
No way up tight. Chill out, okay?
they're dead.
All right.
Oh yeah, I need to change my formation back. I was using the escape formation for my training because it kept the enemies as far away from possible, and I could make some slight adjustments to what I wanted in the actual fight if I needed to. Let's go inverted triangle. Anyways, our second chest. Our bunny shoes. If you remember, this was one of the items that we could have bought in the bunny races. So that's another one we don't need. Plus 30% movement rate. It's the only stat it gives. Unfortunately, I don't really need movement rate in battle. It's not really the most important. I'd rather have something like defense or a major load of attack if necessary. Done.
You're wasting my time.
Sorry, but I don't have time to fool around.
That was easy.
One experience is not helping their cause to be fought, is it? Anyways, I will get the next set of chests next, and then I will 100% place, because I do want the item. Even though it doesn't give, I've got a lot of money, I do still want the item. But where we're going for these next items is at the back here. I'm not sure if there's any hidden items, so I will have to check that while I'm doing my 100%ing of the place. Come on, game. Thank you. Anyways, you remember this door? Well, we can actually destroy it. So we can actually get inside now. And in here has 4 chests. Trading card EX16, which we'll have a look at in a moment. Some perfect berries, always nice to have. 65,000 fold, which isn't really great, but at least it's money. And a Nerf Pixie. So we've got more of that, and I've got things on the invention list. But let's check the valuables first for trading card EX16. It is Albel, and I believe this is his second optional costume, his fourth costume, his third costume, not his second. No, sorry, his fourth costume, not his third. So that's that. So now what I need to do is 100% this place. And because I've destroyed that, I can enter there whenever I want. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you're wondering, no, we cannot get back into the place here. It's completely destroyed. We will never go back in there again. Anyways, I'll be back when I have got 100%, and we will go back to 4D space because we need to actually go anywhere else. You know not, while we're here, let's go to Whipple and go talk to the kids. Hello, you. Okay. Here's Nicholas. That's good. Just a little bit going on. And there's Mina. Good to see that the two kids are doing pretty well. Despite having lost their parents, they're still together and helping out each other, which is how it should be. So let's stay the night, just for the heck of it. I do have a bit of MP down from fighting enemies, but it wasn't anything substantial, but it's worth it to stay one night with the kids, which is going to be my last time coming to Vanguard. So everything here seems fairly peaceful. But it still seems they're suffering from some of the issues that Norton gave them. They don't go away in a single day. But we are now done here. The ruins there gave me, as you probably will expect, a 160 scale bunny. So that's another 100,000 bits of money from me. But we're done here. There's nothing left in Vanguard for us to actually pick up anymore. Or the shops don't hold anything useful. The Sota Forest is fine. The ruins are fine. So let's go back to 4D space.
All right then. What's next?
I think it would be fastest to go to the Sphere Company, the group that developed the Eternal Sphere.
Sounds good.
The Sphere Company is in that place they call the Lost City, right?
That's right.
Let's go through the station to the Lost City. Everything that matters will happen after we get there.
So, we know what we're doing next. We're going to the Sphere Company to beat up people that might have created the our universe. Woo! But before that, I'm going to use this again and go back to Ellicor 2. So, next time, we're going to go back to Ellicor 2. So, until then, have a wonderful day. Have lots of fun. Goodbye.